السلام عليكم أبناء الطلبة والطالبات. I am Professor Essam Aref, Professor of phoniatrics, أستاذ أمراض التخاطب, ENT department. I am very glad to be with you today to introduce a short introductory course on the phoniatric and communication disorder. In Arabic, that is the أمراض التخاطب. Okay? That is a clinical subspecialty belong to the ENT department that deals with communication disorders. In this lecture, you will be able to understand the following items: the concept of verbal communication and the basis of speech production. Also, you will understand the spectrum of communication disorder that includes disorder of voice, disorder of speech, and disorder of language. At first, what does it mean? Communication means exchange of meanings and ideas between two parties. As we are communicating through verbal communication, through speech message, we use two methods of communication: verbal communication and non-verbal communication. You know non-verbal communication through hand movement, facial expression, and body language. But the highest level of communication is a verbal communication that refers to the performance in everyday social interaction, whereby one can observe the variety of complex speech and language interaction. دي الحياة اليومية اللي احنا بنتكلم بيها على حسب our native language. Okay? This complex human communicative ability is specific to mankind. The human child is born with structural prerequisites for communication, which needs only a triggering stimulation from the environment. يعني جملة شوية كده محتاجة شرح بالعربي إن child is born عنده استعداد لاكتساب اللغة اللي محتاجه فقط triggering stimulation, language stimulation from the surrounding environment. This human specific property relies on the functional and structural integrity of the phonatory, articulatory, as well as the language system. علشان speech message تطلع verbal speech production, it needs a proper function of three levels. The first level is the level of phonation. Here is a vocal fold in the larynx, and through its vibration, it produces the voices. The voice passes through the pharyngeal tube up to the lips and nose in order to produce the different speech sounds. See, that is a vocal tract that extends from the level of the vocal fold to the level to the lips or the nose. That is a vocal tract. The primary laryngeal sound produced by vibration of the vocal fold, that is the voice, is subjected to a various resonatory activity of the vocal tract in order to produce the articulation or the speech sound. See, you will see here, here is the vibration of the vocal folds. Here is a vibration of the vocal fold, the voice produced and passed through the vocal tract in order to produce the speech sounds. That is the speech sound. Another diagrammatic presentation of speech sound production. Here, that is a vibration of the vocal fold and passes the voice passes through the vocal tract here in order to produce the specific speech sound. That is a process of articulation. That is a process of articulation. That means that the vocal tract tuning in order to produce the various speech sounds اللي هي حروف اللغة بتاعتنا. These two actions, phonation and articulation, are a muscular or motor act that governed by the encoded language symbols in our brain. Okay, according to our native language, either Arabic, English, French, and so on, these two levels, okay, are acting together in order to produce the specific language sounds. Okay, so the speech is produced finally from the lips. Okay, accordingly, the spectrum of communication disorders involve either a phonation or voice disorder, or speech disorder, or language disorders. As you see here, this is a voice disorder with its etiological subcategories, either organic voice disorder or functional voice disorders, and minimal pathological lesions. Okay, another speech disorder, okay, that includes dyslalia, nasality problem, stuttering, dysarthria, and lastly language disorders that includes delayed language development in children and dysphasia in adults. Okay, we will discuss each of these items in short. A very interesting topics. Okay, that's the voice disorders, and the patient will present it either by dysphonia, that's the overall term that refers to change of voice. Okay, also it is called hoarseness. Okay, but scientifically dysphonia is a scientifically correct terminology. Or the patient will present by aphonia, that is a complete loss of voice. No voice, whispering. You see, no voice. The voice is the voice أنا بمثل الأفونيا, that is a complete loss of voice. No phonation. So the speech will be heard as a whispering, okay, that is aphonia, complete loss of voice, whispering, no voice. You see, okay, that's the two main symptoms representing the voice disorders. What are the causes of the voice disorders? Yes, okay, as you know, and our colleagues in the ENT department have discussed a variety of etiological factors of voice disorders or hoarseness or dysphonia, that is the laryngeal lesions. Okay, the laryngeal lesions include congenital laryngeal lesion, traumatic laryngeal lesions, inflammatory, neoplastic endocrinopathies, and neurological laryngeal disease. There is a very, very important class of non-organic voice disorder. That's to say the larynx is completely free, but the voice is still hoarse or dysphonic or aphonic. These include the following subtypes, that is the childhood hyperfunctional dysphonia, mutational dysphonia, hyperfunctional dysphonia, hypofunctional dysphonia, phonathenia, functional aphonia, ventricular dysphonia, and psychogenic dysphonia. These are functional without underlying organic lesions, okay? But the voice is hoarse. Okay? It looks like a musical instrument, زي جهاز البيانو. لو طلع صوت الصوت مش طبيعي يبقى العيب يا اما اورجانيك في الميوزيكال انسترومنت او اللي شغال على البيانو شغال غلط. Okay? That's the player working on the musical instrument. That is the non-organic voice disorder. And there is a third class of voice disorder that is called minimal associated pathological lesions. Minimal, حتى بنسميها MAP lesions, that includes a very minimal localized lesions pertinent to the mucosal covering of the vocal fold. It includes vocal fold nodules, vocal fold cysts, intubation, urinary vocal fold polyp, and rhinix edema. And here is the normal laryngeal findings, as you see vocal fold, ventricular, epiglottis, and epiglottic fold. I know that is, okay, you know well the anatomical region of the normal larynx. But I am going to focus, that is a different laryngeal pathologies, that is include congenital, and here is a different congenital laryngeal anomalies. First, the most common one is a congenital laryngeal striatum, that is a laryngomalacia. Okay? The second common congenital anomaly is the vocal fold paralysis. You look for, paralyzed, shortened vocal fold. And the third congenital anomalies is the congenital laryngeal web. And here is the subglottic stenosis, and here is the subglottic hemangioma. These are the most common congenital diseases of the larynx. Surely, our colleagues have discussed this congenital lesion, but I am screening quickly about the clinical finding or laryngeal finding of each of these disorders, of these congenital anomalies. The laryngeal trauma, here is a simple laryngeal trauma, here is the submucosal hemorrhage, here is a fracture, thyroid lamina, here is an extensive laceration, and here is a cricoarytenoid dislocation. Okay? Of course, the congenital laryngeal pathologies and the traumatic will lead to aphonia or dysphonia or hoarseness. Here is the laryngeal inflammatory, and the most common specific laryngeal inflammation is the laryngotracheobronchitis, that is the CRO, one of the most common cause of stridor in the children. Here is the laryngeal picture, okay? Here is the subglottic dome shape, subglottic edema. العيان عملته anteroposterior neck X-ray, you will be a pencil or steeple side. Here is an airway trachea, and these are the narrowing occur in the subglottic region. That's the pencil-shaped subglottic stenosis. Very, very, very urgent or emergent condition in children. The second one, very common, that is acute bronchitis. Here is acute epiglottitis. That's inflammation of the perilaryngeal vestibule structures that include epiglottis, epiglottic folds, and the laryngeal vestibule. The laryngeal findings appear as cherry red color injected oedematous laryngeal entry, and it is a bacterial infection. Here is a bacterial infection caused by Haemophilus influenza B. Okay, and the patient presented by severe dysphonia, severe odinophagia, severe مش قادر يبلع لدرجة إنه بيحصل له drooling here and leaning forward to avoid the contact of the inflamed epiglottis. Okay, and here is the lateral neck X-ray showing the thickened epiglottis, looks like thumb sign, thumb finger, thumb sign. Okay. As I mentioned, the epiglottitis is a bacterial infection, while the CRO is a viral infection caused by para-influenza virus. Okay, self-limited, inflammatory, but the epiglottitis is a true emergency represented by 3D: dysphonia, okay, dysphagia, withdrawing. Okay. Also, one of the inflammatory is a diphtheritic laryngitis. Okay, the following pharyngeal diphtheria and the characteristic grayish membrane, as you see in the oropharynx, and the characteristic bone neck appearance. Okay, that is the diphtheritic laryngitis. Sure, our colleagues, okay, have discussed these items. Okay, that is a chronic inflammatory granulomatous lesions of the larynx. That is the laryngeal scleroderma, following to the rhinous scleroderma, and presented by subglottic severe crustation and viscous secretion in the early stages. While in the later stages, it will be presented by severe subglottic stenosis. The laryngeal tumor is a benign, and the benign arising from the vocal fold, either papilloma, either in adult or in the juvenile. Adult single papilloma, as you see here, okay, involving the free margin of the vocal fold. It has a mammillated surface, as you see. It is a precancerous, and it can turn to malignant transformation. And in the juvenile, in the children, it is a multiple papillomatous lesion, multiple papilloma. It's where involving the laryngeal vestibule, the vocal fold, up to the trachea and bronchi. One of the most common cause of childhood stridor, as well as dysphonia. Okay? The cancer larynx, yes, here is involving, and there is a loss of the normal anatomical findings, and so far the most common type of cancer line is the squamous cell carcinoma, and the most common site is the glottic carcinoma. Also the malignant presentation may involve the supraglottic and subglottic, but so common is the glottic carcinoma. Here is the third category of the organic voice disorder, that is the minimal pathological. Minimal, it is a small lesion, as you see here, small lesion, okay, involving the vocal folds. And so it is called minimal associated pathological lesion, include the vocal nodules, as you see here, symmetrical, okay, then small tiny mucosal prominence arising from the free margin of the vocal fold. It is called vocal fold nodules. It is exclusively a female organic lesions. Okay, here is a polyp-like swelling arising from the free margin of the vocal folds. It may be fleshy, sessile, pedunculated, and so on. Okay, and here is a globular, huge intracordial swelling. That is a vocal fold cyst. It has a globular surface with rounded margin with visible vascular markings. That is the cyst. Here, what do you see? Yes, that the vocal fold is hugely swollen by oedematous fluid, okay, accumulating in the space called rhinix space, that's superficial or subepithelial layer of the vocal fold. It's called rhinix edema, bilateral, okay, rhinix edema. Okay, these are the minimal pathological growths showing one pathological factor, that is the voice abuse and misuse. الناس اللي بتصرف كتير voice abuse اللي هم voice professional teacher or reciters, so excessive talking or excessive shouting and cheering and crying. Okay. And lastly, the neurological, that is the laryngeal paralysis. See the vocal fold paralysis. Here is a movie showing. Okay, you see that is a left vocal fold paralysis. Here is the only right abduction, abduction. Here is the paralyzed vocal folds. Okay. The bilateral paralysis. Here is a bilateral paralysis. There is no abduction or abduction, and the vocal folds are fixed in the median position or paramedian position. Okay. Yes, this patient will be presented by the stridor. Okay, the two bilateral, while the unilateral will be presented by this one, okay, our horses, okay? Okay. How are you going to deal with the case of voice disorders? Yes, through classical clinical practice, that is history taking, case taking, okay, including the age, sex, and precipitating factor, and searching for the possible etiological factor. Then we do auditory perceptual assessment and show degree of dysphonia of the patient voice. Okay, and then we go to examine the larynx through three main laryngeal procedures, that is the indirect laryngoscopy, rigid laryngeal telescopy, and flexible fiber optic endoscopy. هنشوفهم بالتفصيل دلوقتي. Here is the technique of indirect laryngoscopy using laryngeal mirror. Here is the mirror. I'm just warning to prevent the fogging of the mirror during examination, and the mirror is placed in the base of the uvula in order to see the underlying larynx. Okay. The second laryngeal examination method is the laryngeal telescopy. As you see here is a 90-degree laryngeal telescope. Here it is based on the placed on the base of the uvula here in order to visualize the larynx. The advantage of the endoscopy is can be attached to video camera in order to document the laryngeal picture. Okay? Here is a wonderful video clip showing telescopic examination of the larynx. Here, that is a normal vibratory behavior of the vocal fold. Here is the vocal folds, as you see, okay, during telescopic examination. Very wonderful. That is a normal laryngeal findings. Okay. The third diagnostic tool, very common, a very valuable diagnostic tool, that is a flexible, because it is not rigid, flexible, fiber optic nasolaryngoscopy. Okay. Here, very advantageous. It can evaluate the nasal cavity, the pharyngeal cavity, and the larynx. And look for the video clip showing the examination procedures. And you can see these procedures in the phoniatric unit, وحدة التخاطب فوق عيادات أنف وأذن. اللي عايز يجي it is every moment clinical practice. كل دي هتلاقي fiber optic nasal endoscopy here, and it is a video documentation. And through the fiber optic, you can introduce the endoscope through the nasal cavity to visualize septum. And this is the palate, and here is the Stychian tube, and here is the posterior pharyngeal wall. Okay. Here is the velar movement during dynamic speech. يعني during talking, you can visualize the vocal tract. Okay. Here downward at the base of the tongue, and show the epiglottis here, and here is the larynx and vocal folds, and you will see the vibrating vocal folds here. Here is the iriform fossa, and here is the arytenoid cartilage, and here is the postcricoid area, that is the vocal fold vibrating. اللي فيها اللي هي false vocal folds. Here is a fiber optic nasodoscopic examination of the larynx. Very valuable diagnostic tools. Okay. بنوصل لحد الليجن ونعرف نشوف. Okay. اللي عايز يشوف interesting وكان المفروض كلكم تيجوا وحدة التخاطب وتشوفوا diagnostic procedures والvarious available diagnostic tools for communication disorders. Here is a vibrating vocal folds, as you see. Okay. And here is the trachea. Okay, and the tracheal rings here up to, okay, the bronchi. Okay. Okay, that is the third diagnostic tool for examination of the larynx. Okay, the direct laryngoscopy is reserved only for operative surgical intervention. مش بعمل direct laryngoscopy عشان ايه؟ أشخص. No, أنا بعمل direct laryngoscopy for surgical procedures in the larynx. Okay, عشان كده لما أقول لك إيه الحاجات اللي ممكن أفحص بيها اللارynx هي الدايركت laryngoscopy، الميرور، والريجيد تلسكوبي، والفايبر أوبتيك نيزو laryngoscopy. هتقول لي direct laryngoscopy تبقى أنت ما سمعتش ما تعرفش وكده طبعا abusive the financial support of our department. صعب قوي ان ادي general anesthesia اعمل دايركت عشان just to diagnose. No. Okay, there is a many diagnostic tools to visualize and to reach the larynx. Okay. Here is a direct laryngoscopy, and here is a microlaryngeal setup using the microscope through the direct laryngoscopy in order to handle the different laryngeal lesions. Okay, the management, as usual at any of the medical practice, there is a pharmacological agent, medicaments, and here is reserved only for the inflammatory, okay, gastroesophageal reflux, and so on. Surgical for manipulation, as I mentioned, here is the minimal or any laryngeal organic lesion. And here is the setup of direct laryngoscopy during microlaryngeal surgery. Here is that is an tracheal tube, and here is a direct laryngoscopy showing here right vocal fold polyp. You see? Okay. Here polypoidal fleshy swelling. بندخل بالانسترومنتس بنوسع بنعمل هاندلنج للليجن وبعملها اكسجن. That is the microlaryngeal surgery. شايفين؟ Handling the instrument, grasping the lesions by the forceps, and by scissor you can excise these lesions. Okay, here is a nozzle, also microlaryngeal surgery. Here is a bilateral, fleshy, globoidal-like swellings. You see? Microlaryngeal surgery using direct laryngoscopy. And here is a forceps, and here is a knife, okay, or the scissor, in order to excise the organic or the laryngeal pathologies. اوكي اكرر تاني لو انتوا بردك بتحضروا كلينيكال ولا اوبرتيف فيلد هتشوفوا الروتين اوكي microlaryngeal surgery in our unit. Okay? Okay, go rapidly. Here is the excision. Okay, that is the scissor sizing the redundant mucosa. And here is the post-operative laryngeal normal adherence. Okay, and the last option for management of the voice disorder, that is the voice therapy. That is special voice exercises and breathing exercises, specially indicated in the non-organic group. Okay, non-organic, the functional group. Okay, and also in some of the minimal pathological lesions. Okay, that includes through a weekly 2 sessions to learn the patient and educate him the principle of proper voice production through proper abdominal breath support and proper voice exercises. Okay? Okay, we finished the voice disorders, and I have discussed it quickly without details. Okay, focusing on the main laryngeal pathology, okay, and the different diagnostic and instrumental laryngeal tools for diagnosis of the laryngeal lesion. The second class of communication disorder, as I mentioned, that is the speech disorders. Here is the speech disorders, is dyslalia, nasality, stuttering, and dysorthria. The speech disorders, as I mentioned now, it is a group of communication disorders that affects the process of individual speech sound production. That is the process of articulation. It is not the level of phonation, not the level of the larynx, the level of the process of individual speech sounds production. The simplest form of speech disorders ودايما بنسمعها وبنشوفها مشهورة قوي اللي هي الديسلاليا اللي هي اللدغة. Okay, that is the definition. That's the persistence of a defective individual speech sound in an age at which it should be properly articulated. يعني ايه الكلام ده؟ يعني تبقى أنسة أو شاب سنه 20 جاي وعنده يقول لك أنا عندي حرف واحد مش عارف أنطقه. Okay, that is the dyslexia. أشهرهم اللي هي affected S sound اللي بنسميها sigmatism. بيبقى defective S sound أو very commonly rhotacism R sound. It is very common, okay, speech disorders seen in our community, okay? That is rhotacism and sigmatism. Okay? يقول لك حرف الثين يطلع لسانه كده، حرف الراء يقول لك مثلا رمضان يعني يا رمضان ما بيطلعش الراء، مشهورة قوي قوي لو سمعتوها وركزتوا فيها هتلاقيها فيري كومن. The second speech is a speech disorder is a disturbed nasality. Normal our speech has a normal nasal resonance. Okay? Disturbed nasality either hyponasality due to reduced nasal resonance بنسميها rhinolalia closa، أو hypernasality due to excessive nasal resonance بنسميها rhinolalia aperta. Hyponasality, that is a reduced nasal resonance, it results from the different causes of nasal obstruction. عشان كده لما عنده adenoid، عنده levated septum، عنده hypertrophied turbinate، عنده nasal mass، عنده nasopharyngeal carcinoma، يقول لك كلامي طالع من مناخيري يا دكتور. أقول له يس عشان عندك closed nasality، عشان في هايبو nasal resonance. لو نتكلم وسدينا مناخيرنا بايدينا هتسمع ان زي ما يكون واحد عنده common cold وعنده nasal obstruction هتلاقي في reduced nasal resonance او بنسميها dead speech. Okay? Another type, the second type of disturbed nasality is the hypernasality. The hypernasality, that is excessive nasal resonance. There is excessive. Normally, the palate, soft palate, and the veropharyngeal valve shut off the nasal cavity from the oral cavity. Okay? It only opens during production of the nasal sound. عشان في حرف الميم والنون بس هما بيطلع من المناخير، وبالتالي اللي هي الفيلم لازم يبقى properly it has a proper function in order to shut the oral cavity from the nasal cavity. Okay. هنا الفيلم حصل ايه؟ بيحصل فيه veropharyngeal insufficiency, and this disorder or this diseases has many etiological causes, either organic. It includes structural, that is a congenital overt cleft palate, okay, and submucous cleft palate, okay, and there is non-cleft cause, congenital short palate, and congenital deafness. These are the most common causes of hypernasality أو veropharyngeal incompetence. Okay, خلاص السقف اللي بيفصل nasal cavity from the oral cavity حصل له leakage. فكل السبيتش اللي طلع المفروض يطلع من الاورال كافيتي بيعدي على النيزال كافيتي with excessive nasal resonance. Here is the congenital and the acquired includes the adenoidectomy في أو palatal trauma and tumor of the palate and pharynx. Okay? Adenoidectomy, yes, in wrong surgical procedures it will lead to a velar dysfunctional with subsequent hypernasality أو rhinolalia aperta أو excessive nasal resonance. Neurogenic due to palatal paralysis, either upper motor or lower motor palatal paralysis. Okay, here is a non-functional, that is a faulty speech habits, mental retardation, ممكن hysteria, ممكن hearing impairment أو post hysterectomy. دايما اللي عامل hysterectomy يقعد حوالي 3-4 أو شهر عشان البوست اوبراتيف بين ميبقاش في بروبر فانكشنال للفيلر او فيروفارينجيال فالف، والعيان دايما يشتكي ب temporary hypernasality. How does the veropharyngeal dysfunction affect speech؟ إيه اللي بيحصل للسبيتش طالما ما فيش بروبر فانكشن of the veropharyngeal valve؟ The main pathophysiology is that the patient cannot build intraoral pressure. يعني كل ما يتكلم عادي we need an oral pressure in order to produce the normal speech sound. With the leakage of the veropharyngeal valve, the patient cannot build the intraoral pressure, and there is escape of air through the nose, and the speech characteristic includes hypernasality, too much sound in the nose during speech. ممكن العيان نسمع منه nasal air emission during speech production. بيبقى في weak speech sound due to inadequate air pressure in the mouth. في short length of utterance يتكلم جمل صغيرة لأنه في excessive nasal leakage للair flow from the nose. برضك بيبقى ممكن بيبقى عندنا compensatory articulatory production. Okay. ودي متخصصة قوي. أنا يهمني بس إن يبقى العيان عنده هايبر نيزاليتي، ممكن نسمع نيزال إيميشن، وتبقى في weak speech sounds و short lengths of utterance. Okay. The management of the case of hypernasality, okay, is achieved through multidisciplinary team, through the approach of multidisciplinary team, including the plastic surgeon, the phoniatrician, the ENT specialist, audiologist, in order to handle the feeding problem, hearing problem, maxillofacial anomalies, and platal and lip surgery, blatoplasty. ممكن نستخدم الابتوريت. أهم حاجة بعد ما management surgical management of the cleft لازم العيان go through extensive exhausting speech therapy program, language therapy, speech therapy, and voice therapy. So speech therapy sessions in order to learn and educate the patient the normal articulatory process, articulatory function, in order to produce a normal or nearly normal speech production. Okay, the third speech disorder is the stuttering. Stuttering اللي هي التلعثم, and here is the influence of speech whereby the speech chain is interrupted by repetition, prolongation, and block. أنا بقلدهم كده ببساطة جدا، وأنت لو شفت حد عنده stuttering هتقدر توصفه إن في repetition, syllable repetition, في prolongation of the word, and في blocks, speech blocks during speech production. It also associated with severe negative emotional reaction. Okay? And involuntary body movement. هتلاقي في hand movement, body movement, okay, facial movement, and also there will be a severe avoidance of speech situation. يعني تحاول تكلم العيان عنده avoidance بيتحاشى الكلام. And this is a very, very severe negative emotion that deprives the patient from the gift of communication through speech message. Okay? That is the causes of stuttering through different theories explaining, but yet no exact theory or explaining why the stuttering occurs in a certain population. Okay? And the treatment through speech therapy production. برضه بكرر تاني stuttering very common. اللي عايز يشوف حالات وبيشوف السبيتش ثيرابي يتفضل عندنا في واحدة أمراض التخاطب زي ما أنا قلت، علشان وانتوا كان ليكوا جدول المفروض تقولنا روتيشن كده جروب باي جروب عشان تشوف كل الفاسيلتيز. اوكي. The last speech disorder is the dysarthria. Dysarthria is a defective articulatory function due to neuromuscular breakdown of the vocal tract. Neuromuscular احنا قلنا الvocal tract is a muscular tube، يبقى بيحصل لها neuromuscular breakdown. اوكي. يبقى أي neurological deficits affecting the pyramidal, okay, bulbar or pseudobulbar, extrapyramidal system, cerebellar, the peripheral nerve, and the muscle, myasthenia gravis. All these are affecting the motor act or the muscular power or the muscle tone of the vocal tract musculature, resulting in the different types of dysarthria. And the speech criteria of each type depending on the localization or the neurological deficit on the cause of the motor act. Okay. هنا ممكن يبقى عندنا pyramidal dysarthria، هنا extrapyramidal dysarthria، في cerebellar dysarthria، في lower motor neuron dysarthria, and dysarthria due to myasthenia gravis. Okay, each neurological deficit will result in a certain type of dysarthria that is characterized by affection of the respiratory, phonatory, articulatory, or resonatory component of the speech production. احنا عارفين الphonatory من اللارynx والrespiration very very important, okay, to produce the speech sound and speech message, and articulatory or resonatory through the velar function, proper velar function. These various components of speech production, respiratory, phonatory, articulatory, or resonatory, would be affected in different type of dysarthria. Okay, and the diagnosis and management, depending on the full neurological examination and the diagnosis, and the speech therapy is the only way to help this patient. Okay? Again, in communication disorder, voice disorders, we have discussed it, and speech disorders, now the language disorders. Okay? The language disorders is a uniquely human, the language اللغة اللي هتنطقها is a uniquely human characteristic. حتى بنسميها homo sapien. The ability to acquire and use language is usually the result of innate predisposition that is specific to language. يعني innate predisposition يعني بالفطرة الطفل بيتولد وعنده الاستعداد الوراثي إنه يكتسب a certain language according to stimulating environment. سمع عربي هينطق عربي، سمع انجليزي هيطلع انجليزي. اوكي؟ عشان في ناس تانية بتقول لك لا مفيش، مش النت مش بالفطرة، it is acquired through nurture through التنشئة بيكتسبها، لا بتبقى innate predisposition. The prerequisites of normal language acquisition includes علشان يكتسب الطفل ده normal language زي كده لو عايز تروح تتعلم لغة زي اللغة الفرنساوية والإنجليزي you have to fulfill these prerequisites. You should have intact brain function, intact sensory channel, فتح عينيك وودانك, intact psychic state, and environmental stimulation. حد بيشرح لك كويس. Okay? Okay. For the children لازم الchild يبقى لازم عنده intact brain function, intact sensory channel, intact psychological status, and environmental stimulation. Okay? In the language disorders, it is important in the ability to understand and use the word either verbally and non-verbally. The language disorders either occur in children whereby the child cannot acquire the language, okay, the native language. هتيجي والدته أو بيقول لك طفل لحد دلوقتي 4 سنين بينطقش لك كلمة أو 2، أو سنه 3 سنين ما انطقش لحد دلوقتي إلا بابا وماما. Okay? All occurs in the adults after its full acquisition. أو ممكن language impairment تحصل في الادلتس. Okay? After the language development بيحصل stroke وبيحصل dysphasia and بيبقى في loss of all language modalities. The commonest اللي هي clear language development in which the child does not follow the normal scale of language maturation. يعني normal scale of language maturation يعني أنا عارف عندي 6 شهور الطفل المفروض يقول لي عندي سنة، عندي 2، عندي 3، عندي 4، عندي 5 مسطرة بقيس بيها. Okay? That is the normal language scale, okay, of a child. Okay? By the end of 6 years, the language should be fully acquired. عشان كده لما يجي بعد 6 سنين يقول لك الطفل ما مش قادر يتكلم زي أخوه وجملة صغيرة أو المحتوى أو السياق بتاعه متأثر بيبقى ده عنده language development. أوكي؟ طبعا ال danger أو consequences of the language بيبقى at high risk in child for developing behavioral or psychiatric problem and illiteracy skill. يعني دايما بيبقى في متأخر في التحصيل الدراسي بعد كده والمدرسين مدرسين في المدرسة يقعدوا يشتكوا منه. اوكي؟ Now, what of the cause of language in children؟ ايه الكوزز؟ احنا قايلين دلوقتي prerequisites انا اعكسها على طول. يبقى one of these 5 causes either there is a brain damage with subtypes diffuse localized or minimal brain damage أو في sensory deprivation أشهرهم الهيرنج impairment على طول الذي لا يسمع لا يتكلم. اوكي؟ عشان وبعد كده في psychiatric illness most commonly الأوتستيك اللي هو التوحد autism في attention deficit hyperactive اللي هو ADHD. اوكي؟ اوكي في environmental deprivation يعني مامته بتشتغل طول اليوم ويسيبها معاه في البيت مع يا دوبك بتاكلوا مع جدته كده ومحدش بيكلمه، طبعا مفيش triggering language stimulation وبالتالي هيكون عنده delayed language development. آخر حاجة لو هو normally intact brain function, intact sensory, intact psychological status, وفي normal environmental deprivation still it has a delayed language احنا بنسميه بعد كده idiopathic أو specific language impairment. Okay. The assessment as usual بنعمل protocol of speech and language assessment include parents and patients interview. Okay. Asking for the complaint and analysis of the symptoms and searching for the perinatal, that either prenatal, natal and postnatal, okay, risk factors, and asking for the milestones of neurodevelopment, our neurodevelopmental milestones, that is the onset of walking, onset of first word, onset of the first sentence, and age of toilet training, self-feeding, going upstairs and file movement. كلها دي indicators for neural tube defect. Okay, بسأل على onset of the neuromotor coordination. أعمل له بعد كده general examination, ear nose and examination, ear nose examination, vocal tract, lip and tongue. مهم جدا جدا أشوف neurologically أو neuromotor coordination of the lip, tongue and the palate. شوف البلاد الموبيليتي والجاج ريفلكس والبلاد والريفلكس. بعمل له neurological examination. بعد كده بعمل له formal tests اللي هو بعمل له الاي كيو تيست in order to determine the mental age عشان اطلع الاي كيو. اوكي. في البيولوجيكال evaluation لو شكيت في اي hearing impairment. بعد كده focusing on the language function, that's the receptive and expressive language abilities. Using the Arabic language test, special test أنا بعمله مع الطفل. اوكي عشان ايه؟ اقدر احدد اللانجوج ايج بتاعه هل هو delayed او ماشي with normal language skill. ممكن اعمل العيان Arabic language او Arabic articulation test. The treatment as you see here is the rehabilitative, exhausting, long-lasting rehabilitative speech therapy and language therapy program. Achieved through the individual or group speech therapy sessions. Okay, عشان to educate the child the language, the normal language, and to build the normal language structure. Okay, through speech therapy or language therapy session. The last language disorder, as I mentioned, is the dysphasia, and here the dysphasia is the language impairment in adult, whereby there will be a deterioration of all language modalities after full acquisition. Of all language modalities, language اللي أنا بسمع بفهم understanding فهمت بيبقى عندي قدرة على expression يبقى receptive والexpressive abilities. وفي reading بشوف reading symbols, I understand the reading and I can express by writing. Also arithmetic skills. كل language modalities are deteriorated or lost after its full acquisition. يبقى PIP ويحصل ايه؟ عنده ديسفيزيا. اسمك ايه؟ مين اولادك؟ السلام عليكم. وما فيش اي لا understanding ولا expression. And the most common cause of dysphasia is the thrombovascular causes, thromboembolic factor leading to cerebral stroke, especially in the left dominant hemisphere, with subsequent right hemiplegia and dysphasia. يعني دايما الليفت هيمسفير هي الليفت دومينانت سفير that controls speech production. اوكي؟ العيان لو ليفت هيمسفير بيجي برايت هيمiplegia ومع dysphasia. اوكي؟ Okay, these patients also subjected to a language testing or comprehensive assessment protocol and followed by rehabilitative language therapy program in order to improve the language production or the expressive and receptive and expressive abilities of these patients. Okay? That is the communication disorder in short. وانا بنصحكم طبعا very interested اللي عايز يشوف الحاجات دي بيجي لنا في وحده التخاطب. اوكي؟ يتفضل يشوف كل diagnostic tools with the real varieties of our patients in our unit. Thank you for listening, and